What's up, everybody? I just want to show you. I got, let's see, we're doing some testing today. We have the latest 0.28 DX. This is the 501A, and I'm running um, 0.41 FC. Should have the newer feature in there. As you can see, that's the firmware we're running. So, the other thing I wanted to show you, we're going to try this today. This is a little different. Put that transmitter down. Now this is my H501A transmitter. It actually records FPV to this SD card here, and let me see if we can record the FPV from the bird other than the other one. This is going to be a little test we're doing here. So to get into RSSI mode, we hold this button here and turn on our transmitter, and we can see we are in RSSI mode. Then we're going to go into the TX menu and change this channel. So we go into here. I believe I'm on 810. Yeah, there's 810. So we have that transmitted to this, and we're going to go ahead and record. As you can see, we are recording. Try to set this up. Here, you can hold it and you can watch while I fly. Now we got our GPS switch on, our HPSS switch. It's got 3 positions. It's got return to transmitter, and it's got return to armed location, which that's the armed location right there. Turn that off. We're going to see if we can't catch this glitch. There's a glitch that apparently happens over here where the distance becomes, see, the distance was 0, now it says 9. So we're going to watch that and see if we can't catch that. So let's do it. And we're off. Check our stability, see how it hovers. Looks like it hovers pretty good. Trying to see if you guys can't see the screen. I'm gonna get right into it and go right to the new feature. We all know that Circle Flyer used to, in 3.8, would orbit the transmitter. We have 7 satellites on our transmitter, and when you long press, we're going to go ahead and short press to start the recording. As you can see, we are now recording, and we're going to long press, and we should go right into orbit transmitter, the first orbit mode that was introduced in, firmwares with the 3.6, 3.4, 3.8. And we have circle fly, and let's see what we get. A little bit of a circle fly. Got a little bit of tool bowl going, but it's not too bad. Now this is the first one. This is orbit transmitter. As you can see, it really doesn't know exactly where a transmitter is. I mean, a little bit. I'm not centered, but so that's your circle fly. Now to stop it, you just go ahead and long press it again, and then we have circle fly off on the screen. So now we're going to go and try the second orbit. So there's we're going to try it right here, see what happens. Alright, so now to get into your second circle fly mode, you long pressed the photo key. We have circle fly here, our distance has changed to 0. We're 4 meters altitude, so now we're going to back up slightly. As you can see, our distance has changed to 3 meters, and now we're going to long press the video key and see if we get our second orbit function. And we have circle fly. And yes, it looks like you got a second orbit function. As you can see, the drone is rotating. You can control altitude. As you can see, you can control altitude, and it'll come down, and it still stays in the circle fly. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn that off. And we have circle fly off, came up on here. Now I'm gonna show you that the HPSS switch does in fact work. Oh, see, I just saw it. It just popped up here, 1,000 on here. Over 1,000 meters. Let's see if we can catch it again. Let's see, rotate it a little bit. Anyhow, but that could be a problem, because if you flip this RTH switch when that's wrong, I mean, it's not going to come home to the right spot. That's why you really should do this return to transmitter. See, it just did it again. To return to you should change this to a HPSS switch. That way you can have return to transmitter and you can have return to takeoff. Return to takeoff is never going to move, so it's safe to go there once you know it's right. You know, flip it up one time, make sure it goes back to that spot, then you know it's right, then you can flip it and not worry about it losing that position. So we're going to go ahead and try the return to transmitter first to see if the HPSS works on the 1.41. And here we go. And here it comes, it's coming down. We're a little off, but we're going to go ahead and turn it off. That's the middle return to transmitter. So we turn that off. Now we're going to see if it will go back to takeoff. So now I'm following the drone, so I'm away from where it took off at. As you can see, the distance numerator on here on the transmitter is getting lower and lower. That means I'm getting closer to the quad. So when I flip the return to home to the top spot, which is return to takeoff, it should go back to where it took off at. So we're going to go ahead and see if that's available in this firmware, if the HPSS switch is actually compatible with the 1.1.41 firmware. And here we go. Switch is on. It's raising. FPV shows it's rotating to the home point. It's heading to the home point. We got some serious tulip ball action a little bit, but not too bad. And here it comes, it's coming down. So that's the return to takeoff, which is what it did. Now again, I'll show you the return to transmitter, which is the first click. Quad's rising. It's rotating. And here it comes. Alright, now I was also checking to see if the RTH switch is working when GPS switch is off, because heard some rumors that the GPS switch here can go into altitude mode, that RTH switch will work now. But let's see. Now we still don't have no RTH, so I'm gonna go ahead and come out with a mod for that too. As you can see, it's not in GPS mode now. I'll lock it back on now. It's in GPS mode, but I'll go ahead and make the mod where the doesn't matter which position this switch is in. When you flip this switch, it'll always work. So if this was down and you were to turn it on, it would work, and vice versa if it's up, and obviously when you turn it on, it works. So just to go back over that, we'll go over the new feature again. It's going to be the second orbit mode, second orbit. So we're going to attempt to orbit right here. So what you do is you long press the photo button. You get circle fly here. Your distance changes to 0. You use the right stick only. You change your distance. We now have a distance of 4 meters, 5 meters. Okay, now that it's doing that, now you long press your video key. Circle fly comes on. I know the FPV is a little hard to see, but you have your second orbit, which is not the transmitter. And then to turn it off, you also have altitude control, so you can change your altitude while in the circle fly. So if you wanted to come down real low to the ground, you can do that. As you see, I'm coming down real low to the ground now, and it still orbits. It's always going to be a clockwise orbit, so can't change that, at least not yet. And then to stop, you go ahead and long press your video key again to get circle fly off, and that's that. I mean, that's what it is. So, I mean, I haven't really flown it too much, but you know, this is the transmitter and the FC firmware update for the H5017 or H501 SS or S, and they didn't really come out with one for the A. At least it didn't say it. At least Hubsan didn't say it on the official website. So I went ahead and put it on there. And that's what you get. Got 10 minutes on the battery. We're just now getting to 7 volts. So,